What's up guys, welcome back to another video. We're still on the Civic today. We're still working on perfecting the no tune setup. But before we dive into that, I wanted to give a better introduction to my store than I did in the last video. So here's what it looks like. We've just got some shirts, a sweatshirt, and hats. I like hats, as you can tell. The black hat and the one that says BrotherBoost on it are both just your, in the lower corner, are both just your normal Richardson hats. Probably one of the most popular hats out there. The gray rope hat is, it's another Richardson. It's a little more, it's still structured, but it's a little softer, and that can be flat bill or you can bend it. I bend them a little bit. And then the other one, you guys probably know what a dad hat is. That's just that. The sweatshirt, or the sweatshirt, it's just standard quality, nice Gildan sweatshirt. And then we've got the t-shirt. The one's more oversized, it says BrotherBoost on the front of it, and then the other one is more fitted, makes your arms look big, and it's actually long. So I'm 6'7", and I was afraid of this stuff not fitting me well, but it actually fits me pretty well, not being actual tall sizes. So feel free to check that out and grab something and let me know how your experience with that is, because I'm obviously very new to that. I'm not looking to make money from that right now. I'm really just wanting to get some BrotherBoost stuff out there just to help grow the channel even more. So yeah, we'll move on from that. Enough of my own ad. Back on the Civic. So we drove the Civic, well, not we, you weren't with me. I drove the Civic to work last week, and the car, well, let me back up. Let me give you guys that are new an introduction of the Civic real quick. So this here is my 97 Civic DX. And as you can see, we slapped a turbo on the front of it. Now, what's different from this turbo than the others is we do not have the car tuned. We have a stock ECU in there, and we're controlling it with this Blocks Racing FMU that blocks off the fuel return the more boost it sees and forces more fuel pressure through the injectors. So standard Y7 injectors. This is a D16 Y7, but I have a Y8 intake manifold on there. Standard injectors, adjustable fuel pressure regulator from Evil Energy, code BBoost, I think. In the last video, I installed this standard eBay manual boost controller, and we turned the boost up to 10. It does have a 5-pound spring in the Rev 9 wastegate down there. And then I have a Walbro 255 fuel pump in the back. So that's it. eBay setup, I pieced it together. I show every aspect of this build if you guys want to follow along. So for those of you that are new, you are now caught up. We do have the missing link set up right there. So with that being said, like I was saying, I drove this to work last week. On the way to work, it ran absolutely fantastic. I was extremely happy. Halfway home from work, ran great. I was doing pulls, maxing out at 10 PSI, and it felt awesome. And then it started running bad. I don't know, it almost acted like it had a messed up injector. Now, I do know that keeping these Y7 injectors in here was going to be hard on these injectors. I don't know if maybe 1 or 2 were starting to go out. I'm not sure, but what was happening was the car, like if I was just cruising with my foot on the pedal in a standard spot, the car was running extremely lean and like bogging, like almost didn't want to go. Car was idling perfectly fine. it was actually idling a little rich. It was like, it was either really rich or really lean. So, and then like I had to be careful when I came to a stop, because going to take off, it wanted to stall because it like wasn't getting enough fuel. So I've never had an injector go out, so I don't really know what that feels like, but that kind of seems like what it was. Now, in this video, I was wanting to put Y8 injectors in there just to see how the car ran. With the Y7s, it was perfect. The air fuel was perfect at idle, perfect driving, perfect doing a pull. I mean, looked like the thing came like that from the factory, you know? So anyway, I've got Y8 injectors I'm gonna put in, but before we do that, I think I wanna drive this down the road and see if it's continuing to have that issue. And also I wanna look at fuel pressure, make sure it's still around like 35 to 40. And yeah, so let's get it started up. Oh, another issue I'm having. The car dies. When it sits, it dies. When it sits for 8 hours, it dies. I have to jump it. So that's another thing we're gonna have to figure out, is what's draining the battery. I don't know if that'll be in this video, because I don't really feel like, cat hair, no, my hair. I don't really wanna fit, I don't know if I feel like dealing with that in this video. Might save that for the next one. But enough talking, let's get this thing started up, check fuel pressure, and take her down the road. All right, let's let it run through its cold start process right now. Air fuel's sitting at 15 right now, which is a little weird. I mean, that's not horrible, but should be like 14.7, which is where it was before. So it's sitting at like 14.7 right now. Let's pop the hood. Fuel pressure's sitting at 30, like 2 right now, but if I take the vacuum line off, it goes up to like 39. I think we're just gonna have to take it down the road as is, see how it acts, do a few pulls, and see what happens. Let's get you guys mounted in the car. I want to check something real quick. I had a thought. What if my oil catch can is full and it was acting like that because it was dumping oil into the intake? Is that a stupid idea? I think I'm opening it up and nothing's coming out. I don't think that's it, unless it's all drained out. AFR 14.8. Definitely running normal right now. Running good. That pull felt amazing, I think. Almost seemed like it misfired there. You guys heard it cut, but maybe I redlined it, I don't know. Wasn't watching. 1.7. Yeah, I don't think it misfired back there. I just redlined it. Bounced off the rev limiter. Okay, so right now it's going lean. Starting to act, yeah. It's acting how it was before. Running really lean and sputtering until I get on it and it runs normal to rich, but I got to keep it high in the RPMs. Not high in boost, but high in RPMs. Now letting off and it's running 18, sputtering. Weird. What is that, guys? It was running normal and then I did a pull. See, now it's lean. It's at 11. And look, it's wanting to die unless I get the RPMs way up there. So let's take a look at fuel pressure and whatnot while it's lean. And you can probably hear that. It's like pulsating. Fuel pressure's a little low, like right at 30. Strange. Well, I don't really know. Let's just swap out injectors. Swap out injectors to the Y8 injectors and see if it continues to do this. Gas all over a hot engine. That's probably a great idea, isn't it? So I'm kind of hoping this fixes the issue, because then we'll know that it's the injectors that are screwed up. But if it doesn't fix the issue, then you guys may have to tell me what's wrong or what to check. So I don't have much experience with troubleshooting these fueling issues. All right, let's put this back in. See? Thing's already dead. I gotta jump it. That's so aggravating. So, it's idling very rich, but that kind of makes sense because it's got oversized injectors in it and the car doesn't really know what to do. Long term, I'd say these injectors are definitely not the solution. It definitely feels like it pulled harder there. I don't know if that's just if that's just in my head or like placebo effect type deal or what, but so maybe I need another set of Y7 injectors. So my thought is, I wonder, like, those injectors were the injectors that were in the car when I got it. So those injectors could have 200,000 miles on it, you know? if I get a fresh set of Y7s, maybe they'll last longer, but how long? Feels good. So right now, cruising. Well, I got to get into it because I'm on a hill, but it's running good. It's running normal now, just a little rich. Yeah, so I no longer have the issue. Like right now it's running 14.9, 15, just cruising. But when I get on it a little bit, it's into the 12s. So this setup works, but very rich. Now, one of you guys commented before and told me about a thing I could install that allows me to control fuel output. So I can run bigger injectors with this setup and be able to tell it how much fuel I want. If that was you, comment down below again. I'll go back and look at the comment, but if that was you, comment below, and I'll look into that, and maybe looks like we may need to test that out. Also, one thing it was doing before when I had that issue was backfiring a lot. Like not big loud bangs, but just like some pops, you know. Not like, I guess it was D-cell, not like a bunch, like pop, pop, but like I'd be just driving normal in a straight line and let off the gas and it'd go pop. I don't know. See, we're idling at freaking 9. So rich, too rich. Let's do another pull. Pulls good. I was either spinning tires there or spinning clutch. And this is a stock clutch, so it really would kind of make sense that I'd be spinning clutch. I don't know if these injectors are just running so rich that I still have the issue, but when it was running lean, it's still running lean, but the injectors are spitting so much fuel out that it's normal, you know? I could either try to buy new Y7 injectors, put them in, see if that fixes the problem, or I could keep these Y8s in there and buy this thing that you guys have told me about. I don't know if you could hear that, but there was a backfire right there. So I just did a brake boost and I'm 90% sure we're spinning clutch. So I guess it's time for a new clutch. Axity triple disc. Just kidding, don't need that. but standard Exidy, yeah, maybe I can get somebody to sponsor me with a clutch. Clutch recommendations, comment below. I'd love an Exidy, and I don't think they're too horrible in price, but the theme of this build is budget, see what we can get away with. So maybe there's a cheaper one out there that everybody's on the fence about that we can try. Alright guys, well, that's it. So the Y8 injectors definitely made it drivable. However, they are making the car run extremely rich, which makes sense because this car is supposed to have Y7 injectors, not Y8s. Now if I got an ECU for the Y8s, it would probably run normal, I'd imagine, but I don't really want to result to that yet, because I feel like if I'm buying an ECU, I might as well just go the whole tuning route, you know. I know they're cheaper, but still. So, if any of you guys have any insight on that problem, let me know. And I'm going to do some research on the, whatever that thing is that person commented, and to control fuel. And at least for now, I can drive it with these Y8s. It did seem smoother with the Y7s, which makes sense because it's running perfect, except for when we're having the issue. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to check out the merch if you're interested, and I will catch you guys in the next one.